Hello traders, and welcome back to another In-Depth with Chris episode. In today's discussion, we're going to dive into the subject of the top 3 ways that we can learn technical analysis. If you're watching this video, chances are you're debating which route to go yourself right this very moment. So we're going to discuss those top 3 ways and the benefits as well as the disadvantages to each of those ways. So at the end of all of this, you'll be better suited to picking and deciding which path is right for you. But without further ado, let's get going and learn about the top 3 ways to learn technical analysis. In the trading world, the concept of technical analysis sometimes is debated as far as whether it's the most effective route that a trader should pursue when trying to get ahead of the markets. But what is not open for debate is that there are a large number of traders that credit technical analysis as to why they are successful. Now, the first place that we have to start naturally is what is technical analysis if you don't know. So technical analysis is a process that's used to predict the probable future price movements of a security based on market data. It's also more considered a game of probabilities rather than an exact science, which is what leads to the debates. The issue is with traders that one person can do something and another person can attempt to replicate it yet find different results. That does not mean that it's not worth someone's time, but instead it means it's a game of probabilities, not exact outcomes that are always exactly the same. Now, whether that's worth it to you or not, that's going to be up to you to decide. Once again, a large number of traders swear by technical analysis. So as we go about figuring out what the best ways are to learn technical analysis, we need to ask questions. And the questions that we need to ask are going to be based around a very subjective nature because at the end of the day, technical analysis and the strategies that technical analysis employs are going to produce different results for different personalities and different brains in general. The first question that we should ask is, does it provide a structured learning experience? The second question we should ask is, does it offer professional guidance that we can lean on if needed? The third question we should ask is, what disciplines does it cover? The fourth question, how deep in detail does it dive? The fifth question, is it limited to only theory or does it also provide practical experience? The sixth question, are there any other learning opportunities? And finally, the seventh question, what value for money can we expect from the program? There may be different questions that you yourself also decide to ask, and that's okay as well. This is just a general guideline of questions that suit the majority of people. The first route that we'll discuss is the self-guided route, as so many traders initially fall under this category. So for the self-guided route, we have the pros that when we do our own research and we teach ourselves with the access to all the information that the internet provides us, the pros are it's free and easily accessible. We also have the ability to learn at our own pace, and we also have an infinite amount of content by way of the internet is constantly expanding, which means there is always going to be more information that is posted that we can digest. Now, on the con side of things, we do have the truth that it requires sufficient research in order to have a respectable knowledge base. Also, we have that backtesting may cost us money, and backtesting when building out a strategy is something that most anyone will tell you is a crucial part of the process. Then we are responsible for a learning plan when we go the self-guided route. That means we are the teachers, and sometimes this is tricky to know which route is best if we don't already know the information or we're not already walking the path. And finally, it requires strong dedication. As with all things, just like working from home requires strong dedication because it can be very easy to succumb to the lazy bug, it requires strong dedication to stay interested in the subject and to continue pursuing more knowledge. Our next popular option is paid courses, and this is a great option for those that want an academic-like experience where they're learning alongside other people most likely, or if it's online, they're still in a similar type of environment. This is a great opportunity for those that don't feel they have the discipline to go the self-guided route. On the pro side, we have a certificate upon completion with many of these paid courses. We also have the freedom to learn at your own pace, and while it is a bit more structured, structured naturally than the self-guided route, there is still the freedom to do it during the hours of which you choose in most cases. We also have the academic-like experience, which we already mentioned. That structured feeling sometimes encourages people to really put their best foot forward. And finally, we have professional guidance, and once again, this is with some of them, not necessarily all of them. The professional guidance is the input from somebody that is already walking down the path far ahead of where you're trying to get to. On the con side, it is generally considered the most expensive between our three options we'll be discussing today, and we also have the practical experience is limited. The practical experience, meaning the actual trading experience, a lot of the academic style paid courses are more so in theory and more so book work than actual trading work. Then we have the requires adequate research. That means that in order to pick a good paid course, it's going to require an adequate amount of research to make sure we're picking the best paid course possible and we're not getting caught off guard by some type of scam. And finally, we have our third route we can take, which is the funded trader programs. This is one where it is very difficult to come up with cons in comparison to the previous two types that we've talked about, as far as the previous two routes that we can go to learn technical analysis, which is why the con side is relatively blank. It shows a monthly fee as the only con, and in relation to the paid courses, that monthly fee is generally considered an insignificant sum as well. So on the pros side, we have professionally structured content, something very nice that you might be seeking from the paid courses route, but might be achieving at a fraction of the cost with the funded trader program. You can also get funding or a professional career when you complete the program with the funded trader programs, something none of the other routes provide. We also have combined theory and practice. This is huge. It's not just book work. You will be looking at opportunities to trade in live market environments. And finally, we have the freedom to move at your own pace, something that is very nice because it allows you the luxury of moving it around your schedule, and perhaps you're not ready to dive into trading as a full-time career right now, right here, and you want to work your way in. This is a great aspect to have. So to sum things up, depending on what your individual needs, wants, and goals are, will ultimately determine which route is best for you. For example, if you want to do things in the most lackadaisical, relaxed manner, then the self-guided route is probably going to be the best one for you. But if you want to learn alongside other people and perhaps gain a certificate upon completion, then the paid courses route might be best for you. But ultimately, if you're in it for the long haul and you want to be trading with someone else's money to mitigate your risk, then the funded trader programs provides the best of the paid courses route with a further reach capable when you finish the program. It's an awesome opportunity. I strongly recommend that you pick the right one for you, and I'll see you on the other side.